Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. I know I've been posting a lot lately. I just wanted to do a quick video because I think I mentioned in my long video about what I like about Tolkien. When I was recording that video, a notification popped up from Janelle, Tuponda Books. She was doing a video about something out of Agatha Christie. That was all I could see at that time. So, after I finished recording, I popped over there and watched the video. So what her video was about, now I still recommend you go over there and watch her video, but the general gist of what she was talking about was the fact that there is, for the second year running it sounds like, a readathon called Christie's Missing Readathon. Now, this readathon will take place, and I'm looking down at my notes because there's no way I remember this on my own. What if I put my notes here? No, they will not stay. Okay, I will be looking down. So, excuse me, allergies. What was it go? Okay, so it'll be taking place between the dates of December 3rd through December 14th. These are the 11 days during which Agatha Christie was missing in 1926. I know there's a lot of theories around that. Personally, I just think that she wanted to get away from everything with her husband having cheated on her. She was a very quiet, private type of person, and I think she just needed to be alone and didn't want to deal with anyone. That's my personal thought, but regardless, people have fun putting theories behind this. But this readathon that take place during the 11 days of December 3rd and December 14th, second year running, the idea is that there is a team, there are 4 teams with 4 team leaders. The whole along is run by Berna's Bookish Adventures, and I'll try to remember to link her in my notes at the bottom of the video. So she explains what this is. She has a link that'll lead you on to an area where you can sign up for a team should you so choose. Then, so there are 4 teams. She leads the Miss Marple team. Then there's another team for Hercule Poirot, which is Rachel Fryman. I'm not sure what the name of her channel is for sure. I'm looking at the quick notes they had on their little document. The Tommy and Tuppence team has Cest Kevy. Oh, that's cute. Cest Kevy as the team captain. And then my team is Team Battle, Team Inspector Battle. And my team captain is Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf. I was already following Naomi's Bookshelf. That was kind of a pushing over in my making decision because I was torn between Hercule Poirot and Superintendent Battle. I've always been fond of Superintendent Battle, and he's not quite as well known as some of the other ones. And since when I saw that I already follow Naomi's Bookshelf, and that we have a lot of similar reading preferences, at least it appears from, me looking through her past videos as well, that pushed it over. And I already have made kind of an idea of what I'm going to read during the period of time. There are prompts. Oh, and there's also a Discord group, and that will be each of the team captains have a link for the Discord group, the code, and all that. And I would recommend, watching the videos for the Discord group. Brain. It's late. I would recommend listening to the videos the team captains put out, just so that way you can, get an idea of what you're getting into, more easily make your decision if you're not, already knowing, yeah, I'm, Team Hercule Poirot. But we need more for Team Battle. There's only 2 of us. So we'd love to have more of y'all. But there's multiple prompts that are supposed to take place during these 11 days. I'm not sure when it will occur, but there's a group read, which is, and then there were none, original title, 10 Little Indians. I believe that it was the British title. I think the original version I owned actually did have the title 10 Little Indians. I can't remember though. I don't think I have my original paperback copy. So that is the group read, the idea being that none of our detectives are in that one. So no one really gets an edge there. Then the next thing, the next prompt is that you need to have a closed circuit / closed circle mystery. That's something where, only a certain number of people could have possibly been the one who did the murder. Now, I am going to choose something that has my detective as much as I possibly can for these prompts. So for this one of my favorite books, one of my favorite Agatha Christie books, happens to have Superintendent Battle in it, and that's Cards on the Table. And that definitely is, when you read the book, a closed circle mystery. You really don't have any other options of who, other than the people at the outset of the mystery that you are involved with. But I am probably going to, because I have to knit a pair of socks for my dad for Christmas, and I'm not as far along as I'd like. This is still the first sock, so I need to pick up a case, which means I need to listen to some audiobooks. I will be listening to Cards on the Table via audiobook, and I happen to have the Hugh Fraser version, which is the only way to listen to Poirot on audiobook. And since I've read Cards on the Table so many times, that's not really a hardship for me, and I can still get into it with Hugh Fraser. The next prompt is short story. Now, I don't believe there are any short stories with Superintendent Battle in them. At least I haven't read them. I'm going to do a little bit of research on that, see if I can find one. If I can't, I will be going with a Poirot short story, which will be The Adventure of the Clapham Cook. It's been a while since I've read that one. I have always enjoyed it. And most of the things, there are very few of the Agatha Christie books I haven't read. Mostly they're Miss Marples, and some of the ones that aren't connected to any of the main detectives. But I've read all of Poirot's. It's quite easy. I've read all of Inspector Battle's. I do need to make it through of all Tommy and Tuppence's. After the Secret Anniversary, I haven't been able to get quite as much into theirs. Probably because they move a little bit more away from... I don't know, I just can't quite get into theirs as much as they start getting older. I'll have to give them another shot, though. The next prompt is a book featuring your team's detective. And I already know which one I'm going to do. My all-time favorite Inspector Battle book is Towards Zero. And I will definitely be reading that, not listening to that, because I want to really get absorbed in it. I will probably be able to knock that out easily in one sitting, maybe two. I make it through Agatha Christie bookies. I make it through Agatha Christie books pretty quickly when I set my mind to it. The next prompt is Golden Age Mystery Author. I have been doing another challenge, which I think the podcast is The History Bookshelf. I don't actually know her name. I know she has short hair, wears glasses. Actually, let me see. I think it's a history bookshelf. Let me just pull it up. The history bookshelf. I'm pretty sure that's what her name is. Yes, it's a history shelf. And her name is Peg. So, Peg at the History Shelf has been reading a Marple a month. I missed the first time she did this, but I had already read the book. I had already read the book that she did last time, which is The Body in the Library. So I don't know which one she'll do next month, but I plan to be doing that with her as well. So I'm going to use that to double for the Golden Age mystery author. I really don't want to give that to Team Marple, but I don't think that really counts because it would have been any Golden Age mystery author. And I'm really limited on what's available for Superintendent Battle. Then the next one, this next challenge I'm actually really excited about. It's you're to read a book about, inspired by, featuring Agatha Christie or retelling of her stories. I have this book that I had pre-ordered, and it came through right before I went to have my tether cord surgery. When was it? Late September. So when I had that surgery, my book came through. I was really excited. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to read this when I'm in the hospital. Oh no, there was no way I was reading anything in the hospital. I underestimated how much pain I would be in. So there was no reading done. But I'm really glad that I didn't read it, because now I get to read the Agatha Christie biography written by Lucy Worsley. Let me take a drink of water. And I'm really excited about that. I've seen multiple documentaries that Lucy Worsley has done, but outside of her documentaries, I've only read one other. I'm having real problems talking today. I've only read one other of her books, and that was, I'm trying to bring it up because I'll inevitably say it wrong. Okay. And this is the first Lucy Worsley book I had read, and it is called, let me brighten my screen so I can actually see. The Art of the English Murder. And I read that a long time ago. So it kind of fits that this would be the next book that I read of hers. I know she has ones on Jane Austen that I haven't read yet. I had kind of not picked any of those up because I've watched her documentaries on Jane Austen, her documentary on Jane Austen. I have also read watched her documentaries on the Dangers of Life in the Georgian Home, Dangers of Life in different time periods in the home. And I think she's put out books for each of those topics. So I haven't been as quick to pick up those simply because I've watched documentaries. Eventually, maybe I'll pick up the Jane Austen one. I have not watched her do anything by Agatha Christie, though, and I'm super excited about that. Finally, the last prompt is the movie night with your team captain. And for our group, I happen to already have the movie. And I will let Naomi let you all know when you go and watch her video if you choose our team. We would really love to have you in Superintendent Battle. There is not going to be any editing in this video. So I am going to look like a blithering idiot. Okay. I will let you go and check out Naomi's video, and she'll tell you about the movie that we will be watching as part of Team Superintendent Battle. I happen to already own the movie. I haven't watched it yet, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, join us. We'd love to have you. Superintendent Battle is a really good character. He doesn't get the credit. He doesn't get a lot of credit, mostly because there's not a lot of books focused on him. Agatha Christie tended to write, majority of her books on Poirot, who was the most popular character, with the next popular being Miss Marple. But even Miss Marple came at the difference between the number of books written about Poirot and Miss Marple. It is phenomenal, the difference. Hang on, I actually have my Agatha Christie reader's checklist. They don't sell books like this anymore. because, people of the internet now. I got this when I was in, gosh, I might have even been a preteen when I got this. Checkerbee Publishing. I'm pretty sure I was a preteen, because that's when I started reading. I started reading Agatha Christie when I was quite young. Okay, so there's 12 Miss Marple novels. And next would be Poirot. 33 Poirot mysteries. So, over 11 novels more than the Miss Marple ones. Let's see. Okay, it's one Tommy and Tuppence. They don't actually have Tommy and Tuppence separated the way they should. There's, we don't have a team, glass. Let me find his name. He was also in Cards on the Table. Race. Colonel Race. Because Colonel Race has a couple of books. He's in The Man in the Brown Suit. He's also in Death on the Nile. He doesn't have his own team, but he has a couple of, I guess there would only be 3. I don't know if there's another one with him lately. I can't remember. I mean, there's also not one for Mrs. Oliver, who, it would have been hard if there was Mrs. Oliver there, because I love Mrs. Oliver as well. And I think she beats out Superintendent Battle and Colonel Race. Let's see, that's 2 for Tommy and Tuppence. I want to say there's like 4 Tommy and Tuppences. Let's see. You know what would be the easiest thing to do if I actually went and looked it up instead of trying to find this in the book, because this book only separated Poirot and Marple nicely. I don't think they... Yeah, because they don't have any mentions, like, by the picking of my thumbs is, it's Tommy and Tuppence, and they don't have it marked as them. So, I'm going to do a quick search just so that people have a general idea of how many books you have to work with. So, Tommy and Tuppence books. Okay. List. There's quite a few sites that are nice. They'll give you lists of books. There you go. Book series in order is one I usually use. Okay, it's 1. So, The Secret Adversary, Partners in Crime, NRM, By the Pricking of My Thumbs, Postern of Fate. Excuse me, I can't speak. So, 5 Tommy and Tuppences, 12 Miss Marples, 33 Poirots. Okay, next will be, let's check, Superintendent Battle series list. Okay, and well, he might even show up in my favorite set. I might have to go. Okay, here's the list. Okay. They just showed me the pictures. They're not super duper helpful. Let me go. Let's see, there's Secret of the Chimneys, 7 Dials, Murder is Easy, Towards Zero, Cards on the Table. So, also 5 for Superintendent Battle. I didn't realize that he tied with Tommy and Tuppence. And then, I just want to check just for giggles. Colonel Race series list. Okay, so Colonel Race series in order. He has 4. So he has The Man in the Brown Suit, Cards on the Table, Death on the Nile, Sparkling Cyanide. That was the other one I was trying to remember. I only finished Sparkling Cyanide for the first time last year. So, yeah, okay, that's the 4th one with him. And then finally, okay, I know that Ariadne Oliver has to beat Tommy and Tuppence and Superintendent Battle. There's no way that she doesn't. Ariadne Oliver series. And then list. Okay, so Ariadne Oliver reading list. Okay, so she had, wow. Okay. Oh, in her first 2 appearances, Mrs. Oliver makes cameos as a member of Parker Pine's staff. I didn't know that. I'm going to have to look at that. I haven't read those. And Parker Pine generally has short stories. Ooh, I think I've readjusted what my short story is going to be. I'll read at least one of the early Mrs. Oliver stories. Okay, so Parker Pine Investigates is the first thing she shows up in. Then Cards on the Table. Miss McGinty's Dead. Dead Man's Folly. The Pale Horse. The Third Girl. Halloween Party. Elephants Can Remember. I thought she had more than that. Okay, so that puts her at 8. So that she beats out the both Superintendent Battle and Tommy and Tuppence. If you have not read any of Ariadne Oliver's books and you wanted to maybe do one of her books for the Golden Age mystery author and not have it, you know, where you're reading one of the other team's detectives, there's, 7 books to choose from for Ariadne Oliver. I mean, I wouldn't suggest Cards on the Table necessarily because that's got Battle if you don't want to do one for Battle. But, yeah, I mean, she's in quite a few books. I thought that she had one more. But, no, that seems right because as long as Third Girl is there, I think I did say that. Okay, yeah. What was the other one? No, that was Mrs. McKinty's Dead. Okay, sorry. I've been sitting through in my head. I've read all of Mrs. Oliver's books. I'm just trying to make sure that I have them all there. So, yeah. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. I mentioned the group read, and then there were 9. But, yeah, I'm really excited about this. I will just have to make sure I buckle down, get some reading done. I need to make sure I write that short story down. If I don't have Parker Pine yet, I need to get that so I can read those Miss Oliver cameos, because that is super cool. So it's the Case of the Discontented Soldier and the Case of the Rich Woman. Oh, I'm so excited. So yeah, go ahead and check out Berna, B-E-R-N-A. So Berna's Bookish Adventures. She's the one who gives all the information. I'm pretty sure, I want to say she's the one who kind of did the planning, but don't quote me on that. She's Team Marple, and she has links in her video for all the team captains. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day and a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time. God bless. Bye.